Hi, so my name is Kat Green. Today I wanted to talk about the top mistakes that I see people make with a raw food diet. And I've been doing this lifestyle for over 4 years now, been low fat, high carb, raw vegan and vegetarian for many years before that. So I've seen a lot of people come and unfortunately go from this lifestyle because of these next few things. The number one thing that I see people make a mistake with is they will come to this lifestyle and they'll be really into it for a few weeks, a month, and be very curious about how they're doing and want to get a blood test to see if they have any deficiencies, and they get the results of their blood test and they find out that they do. They then attribute this deficiency to their current raw food diet. They forgot about their 20-40 years prior of eating standard American diet, and they attribute it to the raw food diet, and then they leave the movement, unfortunately. I would always recommend people to think long term and to remember that your history and your genetics are going to be a huge impact on what your blood test results are today. People are not eating enough, they're eating too low calorie, and I understand that it's difficult coming from a standard American diet where your portions are smaller maybe, or they're dehydrated so you're not used to eating as much and filling up your stomach, but on these water-rich foods you really need to be often eating more than you think, and so that is a huge one. I definitely recommend tracking your calories. It's really an education. It was for myself to learn what kind of how many calories are in each type of fruit and vegetable. Another thing, I see people come into the movement and they're quite surprised and often worried by the amount of times that they're going to the bathroom, whether it's pooing or peeing. It's much more than they did prior, and this concerns them. I just want to warn people that you're probably, because you're eating a lot higher water content foods, you're probably going to be going to the bathroom much more often, and it's nothing to be concerned about. Something that I see, unfortunately, a lot with raw foodists is they'll come into the movement, or even vegan, people who go vegan or people who go vegetarian, they'll come into the movement and immediately forget their past and how they used to be, and unfortunately they become really judgmental about other people, whether it's other people who are eating cooked food or other people who are eating animal products. And I really want to urge people to have patience and don't forget who you used to be and what you used to eat. Not a lot of us were raised as raw foodists, so I would encourage people to be less judgmental. It doesn't help anybody not to be nice. Is being really intimidated by wanting to fit into this box that they have, this idea that they have of what a raw foodist is, and not thinking that they can meet up with their expectations of that, or thinking that they need to change aspects of their life to do so. For example, like thinking, raw foodists are just like these hippie children, and I want to wear makeup, or I want to have my high heels, and I can't do that and be a raw foodist because I won't be accepted by the community. Or I have to go move to tropics or something to be a raw foodist when I really want to live in the city. That's simply not the case, and the community will welcome you with open arms regardless. Another thing that happens when people come to this lifestyle is they will change their diet and their habits, and they're looking to feel all of this energy, they're looking to feel so much better, and what happens is they actually feel the opposite. They're experiencing headaches, fatigue, and they're not realizing that these are actually detox symptoms and that they will pass. A lot of people I've heard come to this diet and experience these symptoms. They attribute the symptoms to this new food and lifestyle, and then they think, I can't live like this, and they kick it to the curb and they go on to some other fad diet or whatever, or back to their old ways. So just know that it's a period of time that will pass and it will get better. The last thing that I wanted to discuss is people that I've seen come to this movement, the 80-10-10 diet specifically, wanting to do a lot of mono meals and just simply fruits, simply vegetables, which I am totally a supporter of. It's something that I practice. But they come to this diet and it's almost like too extreme for them, that when they see their family members and their peers eating their pastas and their rice dishes, they feel really tempted and often will fall off the raw food wagon to go to this tasty food for whatever reason. And something that I came up with to combat this is actually my new recipe book. We have no salt included, no oil, no namashoyu, no maple syrup, no nutritional yeast. It's very 80-10-10 friendly. I practice 80-10-10 mono meals a lot of the time. 1 or 2 fruits at a time is really my standard, and maybe like once a week or once a month I want to have like a gourmet raw food dish, but I don't want to have a high fat one or one that includes salt. And this is a really simple way to do it. If you want to find that link, it's below.